The following is a Just Green production.
Hello, everyone. It's the week of December 4th, 2017. My name is Taylor Cooper, and this might be news to you. What up? Week 16 Might Be News Season 2. Follow us on Twitter at Might Be News 24/7. That's Might Be News 247. Get at us on iTunes, SoundCloud. Listen, subscribe, share. Tell your friends. With me, as always, co-host Kev. What up, Kev?
Yo.
Danny is still at home with his new baby, so my brother John is here. What up, John?
What's going on?
We're kicking it, chilling. 16 weeks in, still going strong, better than ever. It's wild out here.
Boom.
It's wild out here. We're recording today's episode in the dark. Turn the lights down. Turn the Christmas lights up. It's festive.
It's festive.
It's festive in here. Kev, what do you think?
I think it's wonderful.
Well, I think John's wonderful.
Thanks for having me back.
You're welcome.
I guess it went well enough that you guys let me come back for another episode. So
yeah, you did great last week, and
you're an interesting character.
You're an interesting character. You bring robust beers. They're very interesting.
I brought one today. Nobody else is drinking it. I'm just gonna sip on it here and
sip on it. It's very
talk with my buddies.
What's
very
it called?
Mature.
Founders CBS. This is another goofy one. I'll tell you what's funny about the beer companies and why they kill it is there's always a special release. Like I get excited, like, oh, you can never get this again. I'm gonna go buy it. And then next week there's another one and I'm broke.
It's like a Pokemon card that you can drink.
Yeah.
Or like like a Pog. You remember Pog?
Oh,
Yo,
man.
those were the shit.
Dude,
Yo.
we were into those. We had a lot of them.
That beer is like a slammer. Right?
Yo.
Like some slammer that you're like, yo, check this.
You remember those
slammer
fucking
out.
tubes they were in?
Yo, and do
remember?
you remember never playing that game?
Yeah, I was just
Yo.
going to say that. You were like,
No.
did you ever play or did you just collect them?
I think I did it once and was like, this is fucking dumb.
Dude, I just had like one of those big ass tubes, and
Yeah.
like my top like 10 were up top, and
Yeah.
then the rest I don't even know what they were.
And then if you saw a dude with a real big tube, you're like, that guy's
yo, that
fucking on
guy
it.
fucking
Yeah.
does this shit. Fucking crazy.
Oh,
Pogs
shit.
were the shit.
Yo, that beer is a slammer, I'm telling you. All
Good
right,
to me.
here we go with some good news.
Hey, did you hear the news?
This better be good.
Want the good news or the bad news?
Give me the good stuff.
All right, week 16 with the good news. What up, John?
Yo, hey, so last week, you remember I told you about the guy from Philly, the homeless guy. He sees a girl run out of gas, hooks her up, gets her gas, gets her home safe. She starts a GoFundMe to help him out, and we were like blown away. Yo, $300,000 that were raised, right?
Yeah.
So it's up to $394. It's almost at $400,000. So people are
Wow.
still donating. But I wanted to give an update on it because they put out an update on the GoFundMe page to talk about what they're doing with the money. Because a lot of people are like, somebody that's homeless, what are they going to do? Like, that's a big responsibility to have that much money at one
Yeah,
point. You
yeah.
hear people blowing the lottery and stuff all the time. But
They're stupid.
yeah, exactly. So here's what's going on. He's saying that he's going to get a house. They're going to help him buy a house. Not going to be anything crazy, but they're going to buy him a home that he will own and not ever have to worry about having a roof over his head again.
It's awesome.
Very, very
It's
cool,
crazy.
right? So he goes, they say, what else are you going to get? He's like, I'm going to get my dream car. What's his dream car? What is that?
Probably like any
Yes.
other person. I'm gonna say a Ferrari or some outrageous Corvette, but him, like you telling me about him, like a Hyundai Elantra or something.
He said, my dream truck has always been a 1999 Ford Ranger.
Good for him. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. So the other cool thing is they're going to set up 2 trusts for him with the rest of the money.
Okay.
So the one trust is just going to pay him a monthly allowance.
Okay.
for him to use. So we can't just go and blow
Blow
it, I
it,
guess,
yeah.
right? So he's going to get a monthly allowance off of one, and the other one's going to be set up for a retirement account.
There
Wow.
you go.
He can start doing it then. So I thought that was really cool that, like, it's not like they gave him the money and whatever. And the guy's humble with it. He's like, man, I don't need to go get like a $70,000 Escalade or whatever those things cost. He's like, man, I just love to have me a Ford Ranger. I'm going to get a job now. I got a house. I got a car. I'm going to do
awesome.
my thing. And he's got some money coming to him. So anyway, I just want to do a follow-up, man. I think it's really cool that they're being smart about it. And they've got him financial advisors and whatnot. But yeah, very, very cool.
That's awesome.
It's wild. Very, very cool. Very cool. I was just looking up the Grammy nominations.
Grammy.
Uh-oh.
Grammy's music, right?
Grammy is music.
I get confused. What is there? Like Grammy,
Oscars, Golden
Oscars, yeah.
Globes, all that shit.
but Grammy's music. I got that on the first try.
This is the big music one.
All right.
Because they got the VMAs as well. They got the American Music Awards.
Yeah, we did
they got the
American music
CMAs.
last time,
We got all
right.
this shit.
Mhm.
Yep, we were talking about the American Music Awards last week, which the Grammys is the biggest deal.
Gotcha.
It's the
Big.
It's the big. It's the big bang. Interesting picks this year. There's a little bit of controversy as well
Why?
involved.
Like always.
Well, I guess this is the first year ever that there's no white males in the Album of the Year category.
Why is that a controversy?
It's controversial. It's on Fox News.
That's stupid.
Because they're Fox.
I swear it's on Fox News because they were talking about because Kendrick Lamar. I'm going to go over the nominations, but Kendrick Lamar is nominated and Jay-Z's nominated,
Mhm.
and you know they pulled some of their lyrics and stuff, and you know it's like the more gritty lyrics about kind of with bitches and all this shit, whatever. They curse a lot, whatever. And they're just like, is this the stuff that kids should be listening to? They got an issue with it.
That's such bullshit.
It's silly shit.
Yeah.
There's a white girl, Lord, whatever her name is.
Yo, Lord, I love her music, right?
Mhm.
You ever seen her? She's
Yeah.
like very young, but she looks like a grandmother.
Yeah, it's like really weird.
Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
And she's got this weird twitchy dance thing that she does, but I dig it, man. I
Isn't
love
she
her
like
songs.
European or something?
I don't think
No,
so.
No, she's American.
Yo, but I
Is
heard
she?
she makes her beats. Like,
Yeah,
she
she does,
makes
like-
her own beats,
yeah.
sings on it, just like records it in a room. Like that's how she got started.
Mhm. Yeah, that's how she did like her first album.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how she.
Oh,
did
I'm
her
sure
second
it's not now. She's got
one. Yeah,
money.
but that's definitely
She's
how
paid.
she's paid. Yeah, she's big. She's a big deal. Let's see here. Record of the year, which is I guess song of the year. Redbone by Childish Gambino. You ever hear that song?
No.
No, but I
woke.
never heard it. But I like him as an actor. I don't know
Yeah.
anything about his music, but
He's great as an
Dan-
actor.
Glover,
Well,
what's his name?
Yeah, Donald Glover.
yeah,
Yeah.
kills
Is that Danny Glover's kid?
No.
Oh,
no relation.
No
fail.
relation. I don't believe. No, he was a rapper.
Mhm.
Pretty good rapper. I liked him. And then this album was all like soul music. He doesn't rap on it
Really?
like, at all. Yeah, he just sings.
So he
on
can
it.
sing.
Yeah,
That's cool.
and he does a lot of his own beats. Well, works on them,
Nice.
co-produces,
Okay.
whatever. Despacio, Despacito.
Yo,
Despacito.
had me dying last week.
Despacito. Louis
Despacito.
Fonzi and Daddy Yankee featuring Justin Bieber. Did I say all that right?
Yeah.
The
Sounds right.
Story of OJ, Jay-Z, Humble, Kendrick Lamar, 24 Karat Magic, Bruno Mars. Album of the year,
Mhm.
Awaken My Love, Childish Gambino, which was good, but that song is definitely the best song,
Okay.
in my opinion. 444, Jay-Z, Damn, Kendrick Lamar,
I haven't heard either off of. I haven't heard anything
None.
off those three albums.
Melodrama, Lord.
If it's on the radio, maybe.
You've heard it on the radio.
Okay.
There's one, at least one on the radio. 24 Karat Magic, Bruno Mars.
I've heard that.
We're going to talk about, Bruno Mars is our late review this week.
Yep.
And I regret picking it.
Did you pick that?
I did pick
Okay.
that. All right, well, you guys haven't heard Kendrick Lamar's Damn or 444,
No.
correct?
Nope. Yo, and I like Jay-Z. Like, I was really proud when I was younger that I had every fucking album. Like I was a big Jay-Z fan, but
If to me, if you're a big Jay-Z fan since the beginning,
Yeah.
then you would really appreciate this album.
okay,
It's a very personal album.
right.
It's not like any other Jay-Z album.
I've heard that.
At
and He's
all.
like he gets real about his life, the
Yeah.
issues with Beyonce and
Right.
Solange and all that.
Yep, he talks about cheating on Beyonce,
hmm
which was confirming everything. I mean, Beyonce kind of confirmed it with her Lemonade album,
Right.
but this is a follow-up to
Okay.
that. It's kind of like his side of the story almost.
I'd have a hard time cheating on Beyonce
Yeah.
unless she just wasn't giving it up. Then whatever.
Who knows, man? They're so rich, they're probably so weird, right? Like just like so weird, just because like they're so rich, they can't go anywhere without the beehive.
Could you
bugging out
imagine
or,
that
like-
though, being so rich and so famous that you can't leave your house to go to the fucking grocery store?
Dude,
That's got to be strange.
we as like peasants compared to them on Facebook, everybody makes a big deal about these gender reveals and stuff.
Yeah.
Beyonce posts pictures of them like surrounded in flowers, like engulfed in flowers, and then people don't even know their kids' names for like the first like 4 months that they're alive, and like tabloids are like speculating on it, and like holy shit, dude. And like he even talks about on the album how they were having problems having kids, because like remember all the times that like. Well, maybe not, but like it was on all the magazines. Beyonce pregnant? Maybe?
Yeah.
No, she's not. Well, maybe she was.
Mhm.
Like according to
Okay.
this album, like she might have been, and maybe miscarriages
work
or
out.
whatever.
Wow.
Yeah. So like he gets really real on it, and I really enjoyed it.
You remember when she came out with her first pregnancy? She was like, what was it, like the Super Bowl or something? She was doing a big
Yeah.
national performance,
Something
and she
like
rubbed
that,
her
yeah.
stomach, and everybody like,
What was it? It was the
Yeah.
VMAs.
that's crazy.
Yeah, and
yeah.
when they had their first kid, Jay-Z went out and bought like some $300,000 gold rocking horse. Are you serious?
Isn't
Yo,
one of
if
their
I had
kids named
stupid
Sir?
Is it
I think it is Sir Carter.
crazy?
Yeah, it's wild.
What would he go by when he gets older? Sir?
I don't know. If he gets
Mr.
knighted-
Sir?
If he gets knighted, he'd be Sir.
Yo, how many kids do they have? I just
3,
I
I
just
think
googled it.
now,
Yeah,
right?
Blue Ivy,
Yeah.
Rummy, Rumi,
Yeah. I
Rummy,
get-
and
yeah.
Sir Carter. That's
Yeah.
crazy. I've been trying to name a kid Corbin from
Corbin,
Fifth Element for so long.
Corbin Dallas multipass.
I just can't have a kid. I have a boy. I don't know. I'm like really thinking
Would you
about
name it
having
Corbin
a
though?
Yeah,
Like, if
well,
it
Robin
was?
will never let it happen. But like, I would if she said, "Okay, if we have a boy, we can name it Corbin." I'm trying for a third.
Wow.
Like that would be enough. Like right now, I'm like, no, I can't have any more kids. But if I could name him Corbin, then we're going for 3.
It's not bad. I overall think that Kendrick Lamar's Damn should win this. 100%.
I got to listen to that. You remember me, you, and Harmon went up to New York and you guys were playing that album. What is it? Good Kid, Mad City?
Yeah.
That album is fire.
Dude,
I don't
that
know why I
album is-
haven't listened to anything else.
That album is fire cover to cover.
Yeah.
Like outrageous.
I thought I was done with rap and I heard that and was like, yo, this is good.
And see, to me, like after Good Kid, Mad City, he came out with To Pimp a Butterfly, which was great, but it was like totally different and like more live sounding beats, which was cool, but it was like almost too much funk for me.
Right?
Like there was a lot of funk involved, which was great on some of the songs, but then some of them too were like super weird.
Right.
And then he came out with Damn, which is kind of going back to the Good Kid, Mad City
Nice.
vibe to a point. Like this, Damn is definitely, in my opinion, his most personal, like inward look throughout the whole thing.
Inward.
Yeah, like he's
I
telling.
thought you said N-word.
No. He's like inside of himself. Inside.
I was like, what? I'm sorry.
I don't say it, but I just say N-word.
It's his N-word album.
Just it's just N.
Yo, so you're a Kendrick Lamar fan. What's your favorite album? Is it Damn?
No, probably not.
No.
It'd probably still be Good Kid, Mad
Okay.
City. But Damn to me is a close second, like very close.
Nice. Okay.
It's shorter, but it's just so good.
I'm gonna put that
It's
on
so
my
good.
playlist. Yeah.
It's so good. All right, back to this. Song of the year. Despacito.
Despacho.
Despacho. Más o menos. 444. Jay-Z. Issues. I don't know who. It's not listed in the people. Whatever. Who's the song Issues by? 1-800-273-8255. That's by Logic.
Yeah.
I think that's a cool.
It's a good message.
Yeah. I don't know the song at all, but I heard about it once and I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Very
Logic.
cool.
Logic's pretty good. I listened to that album. Anyway, hold on. I'll tell you in a minute. That's What I Like by Bruno Mars. That was the last song for that category. Anyway, Logic's new album was pretty good. I feel like he talks too much. He doesn't rap enough on it. Well, not enough. He talks too much. And Logic's weird, man. His first couple albums were like really crazy. And then this album was like definitely more, I feel like, radio geared, but he's great. He's good. He's good. Best new artist. Alessia Cara. Is that right?
Never heard of him.
Alessia
I
Cara.
like her. I like her style. She's got those songs that are like, you're beautiful even if you don't think you are, and like a lot of uplifting, positive stuff. And she's got a great voice. And she does a Moana track.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Okay. Khalid. I listened to his album. It's good. He's like an R&B guy.
Different than the DJ Khalid.
Correct.
Okay. But spelled the same?
No.
I don't know. All
He's DJ Khaled.
Okay.
This is
DJ
Khalid.
College.
Khaled.
My ignorance is derailing us.
Don't
Please
play
move on.
yourself.
That's what my son goes. My son goes.
Another one.
My son
Another
goes,
one.
Daddy, can we listen to the DJ College song?
Lil Uzi Vert.
Oh shoot! All my friends are dead.
All my friends are dead. All my friends are dead.
Stupid.
Julia Michaels.
Talking about bad messages for kids. Let's talk about that.
Well, let's. Julia Michaels. SZA is another one. SZA is on Kendrick Lamar's label. She's great. She's great. Her
Is
album is
SZA
really
the
good.
song?
SZA is the artist.
Okay.
SZA kicking?
SZA. What were you gonna say about Lil Uzi Vert?
I think he's stupid,
Oh,
The name
And he-
sounds like shit.
and he spreads a terrible message.
what's that message?
That? Who gives a shit? All my friends are dead.
That's his message.
I've seen this guy before with his fucking stupid hair,
Yeah,
his dumb face. Okay.
I don't know.
I'm Googling these as you're talking about them. Like, who the fuck is this person? I don't know.
It's interesting. I mean, I tried to listen to it. Just not a fan. Just not a fan. It's just, I don't know.
It's like Lil Yachty. It's just terrible.
I can't
music.
stand Lil Yachty, man. I can't stand that shit. Let's see. I skipped down to best rock song. Atlas Rise.
Nope.
No.
Nope, never heard of him.
Blood in the Cut.
Nope.
GT Daily.
Yo, Little Yachty and Little whatever look exactly the same.
Lil
The
Uzi
same
Vert.
hair, yeah.
Lil Yachty.
Run by the Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters are dope.
I'm so tired
Here,
of
let's
the Foo
see.
Fighters.
Best rock album.
Yeah, I like Foo Fighters, but it's really weird that they got a new guitarist, right? I forget what happened. They had a guitarist, they got a new one, and then they brought back the dude that was originally in Nirvana. So like when they play, they got like 14 guitarists on stage.
Really?
Yeah.
Who, the Foo Fighters? You said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was never like a huge Foo Fighters fan. I just
Yo-
never really was.
But I'm a fan of why am I having a brain fart here? The lead
Dave
singer,
Grohl.
Dave Grohl. Because not only was he in Nirvana, which is a big deal, but like everything I see about him on social media, like people just find him in the pit at a Soundgarden show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
he's
like
the
he
man.
broke his leg and he literally had a doctor hold his leg in place so he could finish the show.
Yeah, it's shit's crazy.
Yeah.
I heard that
the
story.
The dude's nuts.
and that he's good. He's good, dude. He's a cool, dude.
I like his songs.
I like his songs, and the HBO show that they had was good. I forget what
I
it's
didn't
called,
watch
The Highway of Sound.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something like
I didn't
that.
watch it, but I know what you mean.
It was good.
But everything I've seen or heard from them, I mean, Foo Fighters are awesome in my book. Go ahead. You're moving on to rock now?
Best rock album: Emperor of Sand, Mastodon. You know,
That's
Mastodon?
real heavy stuff. I don't listen to them, but
Hardwired to Self-Destruct.
never heard of them.
Metallica.
Oh, I thought you were done.
Oh, I'll do the band name first. Nothing More. The Stories We Will Tell Ourselves.
So which one's the band?
Nothing More.
Okay.
Queens of the Stone Age. Villains is the album. That was a good
I
album.
wonder if Dave Grohl drummed on that.
I don't think so. But
That
he
was just
did
the
on the
one
one
time.
album, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. The band is The War on Drugs. The album, A Deeper Understanding.
I've heard of them, but I don't know if I can say I can think of a song, if they're good or not.
This shit is crazy.
But it's nominated. Must be good.
Well, that's Best Rock. So this is Best Alternative. Arcade Fire, Everything Now.
Alternative, the whole genre of alternative, I feel like has gotten so freaking whack.
It's like really poppy now.
That's what I always listen to until like lately. I've just been listening to talk and podcasts and stuff. But isn't Arcade Fire the one that always does crazy videos?
I don't know.
That's
I don't-
okay.
No, what's that video that you showed me? Remember back in the day where you would put in your address? And,
That was Arcade Fire.
yeah.
That shit was retarded. I
Right?
don't remember what it was called though. Shit. That was
That's
awesome.
a good song. I can't.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to look that up.
Humans by Gorillaz. Did you hear the new Gorillaz
No.
album? It's all right.
I like them. They're cool.
Yeah, they're good. I like
You
the
like them a
Gorillaz.
lot.
I like the Gorillaz.
Yeah.
They've gotten extremely crazy poppy. Like not even poppy. It's like abstract. It's wild. The album's good though. Let's see. LCD Sound System, American Dream. I liked one song on that album.
I don't know them.
It was the first song. I liked the first song, and I was like, "Wow, this is really good." And then I listened to like the next like 12, and I was like,
Wasted
well,
40
that
minutes
sucked.
of your life after that.
Yeah. Father John Misty, pure comedy. Never heard of it. The National. The album is Sleep Well Beast.
I've heard great things about them, but never heard of them.
No,
Never listened
don't
to
know
them.
anything about this shit. Let's see. Nothing else really.
It's another category where I fucking don't know 80% of them.
The rest is all just like producer of the year and all of this shit. But those are the
We're
big
getting
ones.
old.
Yeah, we're definitely getting old as far as like liking new music, you mean?
Yeah, like it's crazy that like you think about how nuts your parents are for not getting into your music, and now we're those people.
Well, exactly. It's the threshold in time. That can go forwards or
said.
backwards.
Absolutely. I was actually just thinking about that this week because we had a conversation about the threshold in time and all this new shit. I just can't dig it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never heard that term, threshold in time.
It's for somebody who hasn't heard that. That means that there's a time, usually specific for different genres or movies or whatever, where you just find it corny.
Like they just don't get
Anything past there is corny.
whatever was happening in our time at that moment, or when
No,
that
not
movie was
necessarily. Just
released,
like even like music. Like I like rock. Like I like classic rock. I like some 60s, a lot of 70s. But then the 80s hit, and I'm just like, nope, that's a threshold.
Sure.
And then 90s, I like 90s, so that's a threshold in time. You know what I mean?
You don't like 80s music?
I don't like pretty
I
much.
wear my sunglasses at night.
I mean, there's some.
there's some good jams.
There's some. But like, it was such a corny time.
We'll get to
musically,
this,
in
but
my opinion.
Dude, but it was so great as well.
It was-
Again, think about Michael Jackson in the 80s.
Agreed. Yeah, Michael Jackson had a big year, a few big years in the 80s. I get it. I think Queen was still around in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely some good shit that happened in the 80s, but there was a lot of really awful shit that happened in the 80s as well. Especially like style. Oh my god, 80s
Dude.
style is so dumb.
It was that shit was on fire.
Yo, embarrassing. And then like there was also, I guess, some in like the 90s that was pretty bad too, like when all the neon colors came out. You remember those like crazy sunglasses like that were
Pizza
all
Hut
like, yeah,
sunglasses,
dude, those things
yes.
were fucking wild. Yeah. So I don't know.
90s
There's a threshold in
style's
time.
coming back.
And that could be now as far as music too, because I listen to a lot of music. I try to, and I've been trying to like broaden my horizons a little bit and listen to some newer stuff. And some of it I dig it, but like really, man, some of it is just horrendous. And That's just my opinion, but that's that threshold in time shit.
Mhm.
Just like I can't. I love hip hop. Hip hop's probably my favorite genre, definitely. But I love like the '90s hip hop.
Mhm.
But like you go into like the '80s, too far into the '80s, and it starts to get not my style.
Yeah.
Like African Bambaataa or like even Run DMC. Like I'm not like into Run DMC like a lot of like true hip hop heads are. Just because like that was just a little bit past my time.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just the sound is different.
It makes sense.
I went back and listened to like even when I go back and listen to some like '90s bands,
Mhm.
I listen to it in my headphones and it's like, dude, this sounds horrible compared to like the sound quality that they got now.
Oh yeah.
It's like watching the old Star Wars movies, like even before they like redid them. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, it looks terrible. You can see like strings hanging from ships and shit, and it's I don't know. Like I even like go back and listen to like Led Zeppelin now. If you're not listening to like Led Zeppelin on vinyl, I feel like you're probably gonna be disappointed. If you listen to like Led Zeppelin and then listen to a brand new song that like just came out 3 days ago, and the sound quality is like retarded.
Oh, completely different. But let me ask you, I'm just curious what you think. Like bands like Led Zeppelin and the Beatles and whoever else is an old band that's like transcendent. Like they've passed that threshold.
Yeah.
And they keep playing them on the radio now.
Right.
Who is an artist now that you think will be played 30, 40 years from now?
It's a good question.
Honestly,
Yeah.
nobody.
Really?
Like I don't like Pearl Jam. I know you do. But
Pearl Jam will still hold up, but that's not a today type
Well,
music.
that's kind of what I mean, though. Like, who's like kind of in our era, at least, that's going to be played 30 years from now?
Like, do
I
you
think
think
Foo Fighters probably will.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
absolutely,
definitely.
absolutely.
Mhm.
But do you think Kendrick Lamar is going to be played 20 years, 30 years from now?
Yes, I do.
No way.
Are you kidding me? Yes, I do. Absolutely.
I give it 10 years tops.
Who knows?
Really?
Hopefully, they're going to
Yeah.
put this in a time capsule or whatever the future version of a time capsule
Well,
is.
all right. To
Somebody will
be
recover it.
fair, though, Kev. To be fair, you might be right, and not only not for any other reason, but straight up that there's not really a huge demand for like a classic hip hop channel. Like there is. We just got one recently in our area,
Yep.
right? We didn't have one for the longest time. It was
But-
just there was two basically identical hip hop channels on our radio, right?
Yeah.
You would just change the channel to avoid the Taylor Swift song, and then hopefully the other one is playing something that you like. You know what I mean? And you just bang, whatever. But if they play the same shit, both of them, over and over and over and over again. We only just recently got one that plays quote unquote throwbacks. When you turn it
quote
on,
unquote throwbacks from 2000.
well, yeah, that's still 17 years ago.
That's
but-
crazy to me.
And
to
they
think
don't
about.
play any of that shit on the other channels. I mean, except for at the 12 o'clock news or the 12 o'clock lunch breakdown or whatever. Both of them usually do like DJ sets where they play throwbacks and shit.
I just, in my opinion, I don't think any of the music that is coming out now is going to hold up.
So I guess what I'm getting at is I think at the time when like Led Zeppelin came out or these like progressive bands that are playing all this music and you're like, I've never heard anything like this before, right? Is any of that happening now that's going to end up being, you know, like still played 30, 40 years from now? I mean, like think about the top tier, most popular songs being played or musicians. I mean, you got Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran. Are we going to hear Justin Bieber songs 30 years from now on an oldie station?
It's possible. I mean, it is. It's possible.
It's crazy to think about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even what you're saying, Kev, is that it's not going to stand up, and that's it's not made for us. Your kids will listen to it,
But
Like,
it's not that it's not made for us. It's just not, like John was saying, it's not anything that's groundbreaking. It's nothing that's new. I mean, look at the movies that are coming out. They're all remakes, it feels like.
right. Well,
They're running out of ideas.
No, but I also think that music, like everything else, movies, fashion, moves in a circle. I mean, you look at what was it, 2 years ago, the neon colors I was just talking about in the 90s came back.
Yep.
I mean, everything comes back.
A revolving door.
Everything comes back. You know, all of a sudden it's not appropriate or it's not cool to wear cargo shorts.
Right.
That's
you know?
the stupidest thing I ever
Tight
heard.
jeans. Kids wore tight jeans when we were like kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not, but now, and that's now they do it,
Why the fuck you want to wear tight jeans? You can't even put anything in your pocket.
It's dumb. Especially, because they make phones big now. Right?
Or jeans with holes in them.
So, like, I don't know. It's just everything moves in circles. So, like, eventually, I feel like music's going to go back to, sounding a little more R-paced. Like, you think about the Black Eyed Keys, not Black Eyed Keys, the Black Keys.
The Black Keys, yeah.
They have like a timeless sound.
Yeah, they just sound like pure rock and roll.
Yeah.
Like they just kind of fit something that's not like the new school, but kind of resembles the old school, and they just like fit right in there. But I don't know. I'd love to say that they're like future. I thought when I first heard them, they're future Hall of Famers. But like, I don't know if they will.
I think they will be.
Yeah.
A band like that, an artist like Kendrick Lamar, I absolutely think so. Because, Kev, I know you're not a big Kendrick Lamar fan, but literally every one of his albums, if you listen to it like really in depth, it is groundbreaking. It is absolutely groundbreaking because no one tells a story like Kendrick Lamar from one cover of an album to the end. Like Good Kid, Mad City
absolutely.
is literally about him taking his mom's minivan out with his homies, cruising around the city, robbing a house, and like throughout the whole thing, he's kind of his girlfriend is like a chick from another neighborhood, and like she gets him mixed up into some crazy shit, and one of his friends dies, and they're ready to go kill somebody and start gangbanging, and they could have taken a wrong turn in life, and then he found God. He tells a story about how he almost went crazy and never came back.
It is crazy storytelling.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't feel like it when you just hear one or two songs, but when you listen to it all the way, it's just like, holy shit, this was crazy. And it's a part of his life. And in there, he has like voicemails from his mom, and like his dad is in there. Like it's funny, and like it carries you through the experience. And then To Pimp a Butterfly, like I said, was kind of wild. That also had like an underlying thing all the way through it. He recites a poem that he wrote for Tupac. Tupac's one of his heroes, his idols, whatever. And throughout it, he reads a little bit more and more and more of this poem. And at the very end of it, he pulled all these like Tupac interviews and actually sat there and had a conversation with Tupac at the end of it. He made it sound like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really dope. And then Damn is, like I said, Damn kind of has like a weird tone to it because I feel like, well, he even said it. It's him explaining himself to God. Like each song is called something, like, and he goes through every song has like a theme: love, lust, loyalty, pain, or not pain, DNA, blood, all this shit. Great, and it's just amazing. They all go through a different emotion and a different thing, and he makes different confessions and gets really real. And it's just by the end of it, and everybody, when it came out, that's another thing. It's very crazy because when he came out with the album, everybody thought there was going to be a double album. Like something in there made them think that there was going to be another one like a couple days later.
Mm-hmm.
And because like he's like mysterious. He like puts like crazy shit online before he goes. He's not very active on social media. Like he's not a huge Twitter guy. He's not a huge Instagram guy. Like he just kind of real in the background, which is also something I like about Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
But he after all that, he was like, no, there's no second album. But if you listen, and this is going to sound stupid, but if you listen to that album in reverse, it's a whole new album. It goes in a different order. Like it's not obviously it goes in a different order, but I just mean like it gives it a totally different vibe.
That's interesting.
Because he tells you to do it at the end of the album. Like, but you might not catch it just on your first listen to. Because the whole album is hosted by what's his name? Kid Capri. Kendrick Lamar, Kung Fu Kenny. Brand new. Like he's like in between all this shit. So, and at the end he's like, put it in reverse. You know what I mean? So, but if you listen to it all the way back and backwards, it's like, holy shit, this was crazy. I don't know. You should listen to it. It's crazy. Like the last song is a story about how the dude that runs his record label was about to rob the Kentucky Fried Chicken that his dad worked at and almost killed him. But he didn't even know that Kendrick Lamar was this dude's kid. You know what I mean? Like, if that would have happened, things would have worked out totally differently. It's crazy. It's a true story.
It's cool. It's cool, like that he's doing that storytelling thing. I just, in my opinion, I just don't think it's something that will hold up. I mean, neat that he's telling all these stories. I like that. I like storytelling hip hop because it's definitely something to listen to, other than fucking bitches and selling drugs and shit like that. But I'll have to check it out.
It's fun to listen to, though. That's also fun to listen to.
What, fucking bitches and doing drugs?
Selling drugs, all that stuff. It's fun to listen to. It's gangster rap. You know, it's gangster. I like gangster shit. Jackie's
Do you
in the background.
think,
You're not gangster.
do you, this is unfair for me to do this to you, but if they, let's say 30 years down the road, they do make a throwback hip hop or rap or whatever, do you think Kendrick Lamar will be played over Wu-Tang? Do you think Kendrick Lamar will hold up better than Wu-Tang?
No. Well, no. I don't know. That's tough, to be honest with you.
Well,
because like
it is unfair for me to do that to you.
Dude, I think like Wu-Tang is the biggest deal to me, right? That's my shit. But you don't ever hear any radio station play Wu-Tang.
No.
Again, because there's not a real classic hip hop channel. Like they play some throwbacks here and there, but like, and you do hear Wu-Tang, like I said, just sprinkled in.
But every time that you see an interview done with a New York rapper, that Wu-Tang is always one of their idols or their idols, influences.
Absolutely. And I think that 30 years down the line, you'll have a shit ton of artists that say Kendrick Lamar is theirs. Absolutely.
Me being an outsider and not knowing a whole lot about Wu-Tang or a whole lot about Kendrick, think that Wu-Tang's right in that spot where I think they can be timeless because they have a little bit of that old school, but they didn't sound as old school as like the original dudes. But it's at the same time they were progressive enough that you could play a song now and it sounds like it could be a modern rap song.
You can and you can't. I mean, because they definitely, they revolutionized that genre, and their new stuff it's like, I don't know, some of it's really, really, really good, and some of it's just not.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know. That's okay. We had an episode about it, and it's okay. Well, no, that it's okay that it's not as good as it was then. They've been doing this shit for 25 years or however many, but
that makes me think of a news topic real quick. Who's the guy that bought that Wu-Tang album? The pharmaceutical guy, the fucking
Martin
asshole.
Shkreli.
Yeah, whatever. Nobody can fucking pronounce that name.
No.
But anyway,
Shriekle, I think it is.
It was in the news today. It popped up on my news feed because he's in trouble and the government is seizing his assets.
Yeah,
and one of the assets is the fucking Wu-Tang album.
Which he had it up on eBay, and he was supposed to have sold it. Yeah, he sold it for like $2 million.
But what did he pay for it? Like 4 or 5?
Yeah, I think so.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, but how much money would have Wu-Tang made if they fucking distributed it the traditional way? Like, what do they get? Like fucking 10, 15 cents an album or some shit?
Yeah, I don't know.
They probably made more selling it right to him.
Probably.
So good for Wu-Tang, but that guy's a fucking asshole.
That guy's a tool, yeah. I think Wu-Tang is I think Wu-Tang's the Led Zeppelin of hip hop.
Absolutely.
I do.
You know, I often refer to you as the RZA of like the podcast or Organic Theory. I constantly refer to you as the RZA.
That is kind of my role, I suppose.
Always. Whatever fucking you get into, you're always the fucking RZA of it.
I just move, keep it moving.
Mhm.
Speaking of that, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back, do What's the Point? And after that, we're going to do the late review of 24 Karat Magic, Bruno Mars. And I'm not a Bruno Mars hater by any means. Spoiler alert. It's good.
It's good.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to Might Be News. Week 16.
Is that a new beat?
It's a new beat.
That John is fire.
Just Green got some new bag of tricks.
That dude's dope.
He's trying to
He shook my hand before he left. And I was like, it's very nice to meet you. I was kind of starstruck.
you can check him out on SoundCloud as well. He makes beats and he produces the show.
Did you know you kind of look like him?
That's what I heard. It's like a doppelganger. Is that what it's called?
yeah,
Is
doppelganger.
that what that shit is? He's like my celebrity lookalike. Or I'm his celebrity lookalike.
It's kind of like the dude that was like the drummer from Nirvana looks just like the lead singer from Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
It's weird like that.
Yeah. But and you never see me and him in like the same room at the same
Right.
time either. It's like weird.
But he also kind of looks like Tom Brady.
A little bit. A little bit. If Tom
kinda
Brady was
does.
going bald and didn't have a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he's making some new beats. So season 3, when we come back, we're going to have some new beats, new music,
Word.
maybe some new jingles,
Oh, shoot.
maybe some new intros and outros to some things.
Kev's been waiting for an
Do it
intro.
up. Yeah, he's been waiting for something. I forget what it was because
What-
I didn't tell.
What
Just
kind of
Green.
intro were you looking for? Do you want something that's like
We should have
fucking
one for
McDonald's
this
jingle?
this week in history. You should make it like Kev's This Week in History or This Week in History with Kev.
get your radio voice on?
This week in history with Kev.
Yo.
What?
I don't know why I just thought about it.
What?
December 17th.
Yeah.
On Fox.
Right.
They don't pay us.
They don't pay us.
My favorite Christmas movie
That's a Sunday.
Which is?
is A
Die
Christmas
Hard?
Story.
Oh.
Yeah.
A Christmas Story.
Yep.
They are doing a live musical of the
Yeah, that's
A
right. I
Christmas
saw
Story
that.
on
Yeah.
Fox.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
On what channel?
Fox.
They don't
What?
pay us.
They don't pay
Yeah.
us. You said that.
Yeah.
Like on Fox, they're doing this. What channel?
Say it again.
You remember Jerry, my old stepdad?
Yeah.
Yo, we would wake up Christmas morning, hype. Me, Brian, Matt, super hype. Like, yo, Christmas, let's watch. And he'd be like, all right, everybody come in the living room. And then TBS would do reruns.
They do it all day.
And he'd make us watch Christmas Story from start to end before we could open presents.
Wow.
It's fucking brutal. But
That's
I have
brutal.
appreciation for the movie now.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
They'll shoot your eye out.
It's
But
definitely
it's
a
gonna be
Christmas-
live.
It's a
It's gonna
Christmas
be-
class.
That's cool. I'm into that.
It's going to be
I'll
live.
watch that.
It's a Christmas class.
First I've heard of it.
What do you well, all right. We'll do What's the Point? What do you have a favorite? That's your favorite holiday movie?
Favorite.
What's your favorite
Probably
holiday
mine
movie?
too.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything better. I like the idea that Die Hard's like a holiday movie.
I would
I
say
love that-
Spoiler
that Die-
alert.
yeah,
I
yeah.
would say it's either Die Hard or Jingle All the Way.
Jingle all the
we
way.
watched that a lot.
Yeah, Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Give me the chopper.
The Turbo Man doll. Give me the Turbo Man doll.
Yo, it's so
And
funny.
the fact that Sinbad is the bad guy is just awesome.
Yo, it's so funny that certain nostalgic things instantly remind me of you.
Yeah,
That,
yeah,
like
definitely.
we have a connection as
Yeah.
well. So like when I think of that movie, I think of you.
We watched that movie like countless
Yeah.
times growing up.
X-Men
Even like
cartoons.
during like the summer, we would watch Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's retarded.
You got to do it in Arnold's voice.
Do it again.
It's turbo time.
It's turbo time. All right, here's what's the point. What's the point?
Is there a point to this? What is your
Are
point?
you just gonna sit there and look stupid?
All right, Kev, what do you got?
Yo, so I am so off tonight. Like, I am so tired, and there's a whole backstory to it.
Is it because it's dark in here?
No. But I have been up since 3:15 this morning.
Why?
So I woke up to sirens and flashing lights in my house.
In your house?
Going past my
Okay.
house. My neighbor's house caught on fire last night. Dude, there was freaking fire trucks all up and down my street. And all you hear is the sirens and them chainsawing the roof. I drove by the house
Holy
this
shit.
morning. There's big holes in the roof.
Is it leveled?
Not leveled, but like where the pitch of the roof, like the point of the roof is, it's totally draped in. Like it's like totally swooped.
Like the house is a goner.
House is fucked up,
Fucked.
dude. And right before the holidays, and these people bought this house like a year ago.
What? They just
Yeah.
moved in?
Just moved in, and it totally threw me off today, and it made me look up what is the main cause of house fires.
Sure. That's interesting.
So I went to FEMA's website, and the most recent list they have is 2015. In 2015, there was 380,900 estimated home fires.
Almost 400,000?
Almost 400,000
Holy shit.
home fires. 50
That's retarded.
Dude, that is retarded.
Shit.
50.8% of home fires are from cooking. 10.8% of fires are from heating issues.
Mhm.
6.4% are electrical malfunctions, and another 6.4% are unintentional and carelessness. 4.3% open flames, appliances, 2.1% smoking. It just boggles my mind, and like what kind of position these people are in to be without or just out of their homes, and like to have a fire in the middle of the night like that, and you're just scooping up your family and getting them out and just being stuck on the street. It just scares the piss out of me.
That's so scary. Could you imagine, like, it's crazy to think about, like, if you woke up and you're like, holy shit, I have to get out right now. Would you have any idea, like, what to grab? I mean, I guess, like, you and me being parents, like, we would just grab our kids.
Grab our kids and get out.
And get out. Nothing else is really...
Go back in
worth
and
the
get the
time.
TV and the PlayStation.
Yeah. I mean, the craziest part about that to me is that over half the time is cooking, right?
Yeah.
Over 50%.
Over 50%
Was
is
it 50
cooking.
Is
or
cooking.
48?
No, it was 50.8%
Okay.
is cooking.
So half the time it's cooking,
Yes.
which is out of control.
Grease
Because
fires.
there's so many other like categories there and like reasons, but
Right.
cooking is definitely by like way far
People-
is the number one.
Use your fucking grill.
Make it...
Straight up.
Make it like a high school, like, prerequisite to take a cooking class or
Right.
something. Like, just make sure you don't at least catch something on fire.
Learn how to use a fucking stove.
Right. Or oven.
Like holy shit, clean your stove.
But yeah, these people have absolutely nothing now. Everything. Belfour was there, or Belfour?
yeah.
Yeah, they were there this morning, like doing their estimation and clean out and everything. And it was so scary last night.
So I've seen stuff like that. I used to work a little bit with an HVAC company,
Mhm.
and there was times where people's heaters malfunctioned, and ruin their house. And even if it's just like a puff back, like what they call where the smoke or the the exhaust from the heater blows back into the house and goes through the vents and shit like that, it's like hundreds of thousands of dollars to remediate that.
It's crazy.
Like a
It's
house
nuts.
burning down, I mean, fuck, like that house is probably just gonna get demolished.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That cannot be cheap.
Mm.
They need a GoFundMe.
They need a GoFundMe is right.
Fuck, man.
Well, when they come up with that, Kev, you let us know.
All right.
My point this week is this Centoya Brown case. I saw something about it. Kim Kardashian posted it. It's a hashtag. Free Centoya Brown is the hashtag. Saw Kim Kardashian, Rihanna, a couple other celebrities posted about it. Let's see. This is in Nashville, Tennessee. Her name is Centoya Brown. When she was 16 years old, she shot and killed a man named Johnny Allen in 2004.
That's a long time ago. That's when we graduated.
Yeah. At the age of 16, Centoya Brown was a runaway who had been crashing with friends in Nashville for about a year. She ran away from home apparently because her mom was abusive and an alcoholic.
She wanted to get out of a bad situation.
Yeah. She then met a 24-year-old man nicknamed Cutthroat.
Oh, sounds like a good guy.
Yeah. They started living together, staying at different motels around town and snorting cocaine every day. He abused her physically and sexually. She said he once choked her until she passed out. Other times he pulled a gun on her. He forced her to prostitute herself so that they would have enough money to live. She met John Allen August 5th, 2004. She was told to go out and sleep with him. He picked her up off the street.
That guy's a realtor, I heard, right?
Who?
The guy that she killed.
Oh, I'm not sure much about
I think
him.
he was a realtor. He was looking to pick something up or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, apparently he had weapons in his house. He took her to his house, had weapons in there, was acting really strange, and she was trying to kind of get away from him, and he wouldn't let her leave. And she told him that she wanted to take a nap, so they laid down together. And he kept like getting up and like standing over top of her, apparently, and like looking down on her, like to see if she was asleep, and like just like eerily like standing there, like
Right.
she was talking about, like she was pretending to be asleep, and she just felt him like standing like directly over top of her, like just staring down at her.
What a
Right.
fucking weirdo.
And she claims that he was gonna kill her, so she shot him.
Good for her.
and killed him.
Right.
Again, 16 years old. They said that she has a high IQ, but at the time she was more at the level of a 13 to 14-year-old,
Okay.
which being on the street for a year, then hooking up with a pimp, getting introduced to all kinds of drugs, primarily cocaine, being sexually abused, physically abused, like holy shit. They tried her and convicted her of first-degree murder. And she is currently serving a life sentence.
That's fucking bullshit.
A life sentence.
That
Now
is
look,
bull.
I disagree completely with the ruling, but can I play devil's advocate for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Being at least in my experience and what I've seen, people who get put out on the street early often are much more mature for their age. So I want to bring that point up. The other point is I read that it was her gun. She kept the gun in her purse.
Yeah, she did.
If
Probably
she,
for protection, like in this situation.
sure, which leads me to believe, or leads me to at least think of the idea that she knew what she was getting herself into,
Definitely.
and she knew that it was potentially dangerous.
Now, I watched the show The Deuce on HBO.
What's that?
I talked about it a couple times on this
Yeah.
on the show.
Method Man's in it.
It's
a bunch of
What's it
pimps.
about,
It's
though?
basically the start of pornography.
Okay, yeah.
In
I
America.
gotcha. Yep.
And it focuses a lot on prostitutes
Mhm.
in the show. And the way it works is that these guys, they're all runaways. Most of them are. They run away. They're kind of living where they can.
Mhm.
No money, no friends, no nothing. And here comes these guys that offer you nice clothes and food and a place to stay and a place to live. And, here's this highly addictive drug.
Yeah.
That you want more of and want to figure out how you're going to get it. And this guy tells you, go have sex with these guys. They're going to give you money. You give me the money, and I'm going to give you everything that you want. Just not money. To go buy your own house, to
right.
do all these things. But as long if you want clothes, food, and drugs, cool, I got you.
Yeah.
That's how that works. So this guy comes out of nowhere, picks up this girl who, whether she had like a learning disability or
she's
whatever,
out on her
she's
own. Right.
16.
Yeah.
They said that she is, at like a 13, 14-year-old level. So obviously totally immature and not knowing about anything about the real world, probably scared. Hey, I can give you this, I can give you this, I can give you this. Try cocaine. And I mean, cocaine's a hell of a drug, right?
Yeah.
To quote, Charlie Murphy or whatever. But
I can't think of that name either. Rick James, bitch. Cocaine's a hell of a
cocaine's
drug.
a hell of a drug. Which it is. It's awesome. But anyway, so I don't know. I not that I sympathize with this girl. I sympathize with her for getting life sentence in prison.
I do too. No, I think
she definitely knew what she was getting into at this point. She had a gun. She knew how to use it, but she needed to get the money so she didn't get beat by this guy or killed by this guy, because that's another part of this whole thing too. If you didn't do what you're supposed to do or what this guy wants you to do, you get punished for it.
Sure. I get that. I get the idea that like when you're in a situation like that you feel stuck and you're not sure what to do and you feel helpless. But she had a gun. She probably had chances to use it to get herself out of that situation before, but probably had the thought that he's paying my rent, or I have a place to live, I have food, I don't, whatever.
It didn't say that she had used it before or had like any record of it or anything like that.
No, but she's had it.
She's had it.
Sounds like, right, right.
So this might have been just like the first instance where she felt like something was wrong.
You're right.
Like something was way off with this guy. This isn't just the normal guy that, you know what I mean? And I mean, she had to do what she had to do to protect herself.
Like I said, I completely disagree with the ruling. I think they should have been much more lenient on her.
The prosecutor said that she did it to rob him, which she didn't take anything. She took a pair of pants, which happened to contain his wallet, and I think a gun or two guns, something like that.
Okay.
So, I don't know. But the fact is that, like, give her a couple, few years, whatever. But, like, the fact that she's not even eligible for parole until she's, like, 69 years old is outrageous to me.
That is crazy. But at the same time,
she wasn't even an adult.
I can't say it enough that I completely disagree with the ruling here. But, like, I can't help but think that if she had a gun, think she's got a cell phone maybe?
I don't know.
Like, at what point could she have called 911 and say, I'm in a bad situation. Somebody please come help me.
I'm a prostitute, and I have this guy that's acting crazy. Like, I don't see that.
I don't know. I don't know how that stuff works.
That side of the street is different. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I can't pretend to understand what that's like.
Cops aren't a thing in that life. You know what I mean?
Right. They're always the bad guy.
If you're selling drugs, you're doing this, or doing something illegal, cops aren't an option, really, because you're just getting yourself. But like, also,
it can't get much worse than where it is now.
But like the guy wouldn't. If the guy wouldn't let her leave, chances are she might not be able to call the cops. Like if he wouldn't let her leave her sight, and
if he's watching over her,
pictures of her, she looks like she was a small kid.
Yeah,
she was a kid.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's her. That's a picture of her right there when she was 16.
Wow.
Yeah, I have to say that I'm so happy that she found the courage to say, fuck this, like, this is not how it's about to go down.
Yeah.
And she protected herself. Like, thank goodness that guy didn't do whatever
she thinks. There's a little bit bigger picture.
He was getting ready to do.
Crazy is that?
It's crazy.
It's nuts.
She's a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a baby.
Yo, you don't have daughters. I have daughters.
Yeah.
You got young kids. But I can't imagine. Could you?
She ran away. Like she ran away. She, you know.
I can't imagine my daughters in a situation like that. And I'd be like, fuck it, do whatever you got to do to get out of there.
Right.
That's what she did.
So yeah.
I completely disagree with it. I just want to, for radio's sake, play devil's advocate and think about at least the thoughts that I've had.
Well,
but I mean,
definitely, because when I first read the story, well, because Kim Kardashian and Rihanna, they're just like, well, she's a person too. She's not just a prostitute. Like they tried her like she's a prostitute, and I'm just like, but she was a prostitute. Like whether she wanted to be or not, she still was. And I mean, but then you think about it, and it's just like what I said, with the drugs involved and the pressure of, well, what am I going to do? My pimp's name is Cutthroat, you know?
right.
Like, if I run away, what's going to happen, and where am I going to go?
So help me out.
And what am I going to do?
She was 16 when she shot the guy,
Yeah.
and she's being prosecuted now?
No. There was a,
Or they're just finding out.
There was like a 2011 documentary made
Okay.
about her on PBS, and it got picked up by BBC, and it's like it's slowly becoming a big deal because of the circumstances around it. And obviously celebrities now, as opposed to 2004, have a way bigger platform with social media
Sure.
to spread the word about things like this. So that's where the hashtags come in and all that stuff, and that's why people are talking about it, is because, I mean, I don't remember hearing about this in 2004.
No.
We were 18 years old.
Leave it to Twitter.
This girl's 2 years younger than us.
Our computers barely had internet back then.
Right.
But
we had dial-up.
yeah, for real. Yeah, but
like, think about it. This girl's 2 years younger than us.
at her age, she shouldn't be prosecuted like that.
Right.
She's so young.
Right.
If she was 16 back then in 2004, there should have been some kind of program to help her out, because she's young enough that they can help rehabilitate her,
Right.
and get her back into society and be like, look, whatever you ran into as a kid and whatever brought you to this point that's not how it has to be. And it sucks that it turned out this way, but you're out now, and let the system help them become productive members of society versus
Right.
just locking her up.
Well, they got, like, the Kim Kardashian called her attorneys, and celebrities are calling their legal teams to see what they can do to maybe get her a new trial or figure something
I hope
out.
the best for her. I really do. I hope you
Shit's
don't
crazy.
think that me saying that is
no,
like,
no.
I don't,
No. But we're running out of time. What's your
Okay.
point, John?
All right, I heard this idea today, and it kind of just blew my mind, and has been on my mind literally all day. But so everybody knows that, like, technological advances with medicine have been happening. People can take medicine; they're regenerating ears and shit like that, right? They can regrow skin, all these things. But like, us as humans have evolved from what? I mean, of course, there's controversy on that. That's another discussion. But I believe that we started as like single cell organisms, became multi-cell organisms, and evolved into something that eventually became, monkeys and apes that eventually became humans. And all of the evolution has put our eyes and our vision the way they are, and our ears on the side of our head, and hairs in our nose to block certain allergies or whatever, right? Like, we are evolved to survive because of these things. As medical technology advances and they can regrow organs or regenerate tissues and things like that, I don't think it's that far off that they can, like, the medical community can make people live to 150, 200 years old. But at what point, as us, as humans, say, maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe the people who can't survive, that have issues, don't keep reproducing and things like that. And the people that make dumb decisions, or whatever you want to call it, survival of the fittest in whatever current form that it's in continues. I don't know how I feel about that exactly, because part of me is like, listen, I want my family and my friends to live forever, and I'd love to live forever so that I can keep this happiness and this friendship and love that I have for everybody for as long as possible. But at one point, are you stunting the growth and evolution of the human species? Like, what if one day we become X-Men? Like, as weird as that sounds, like
You want the forever pill.
We
I
talked
don't
about
know.
we talked about the forever pill in season 1.
okay. So that'd be dope, and I'm always been one of those people that's like, maybe we're not using all of our brain, and there's ways that we can tap into, or maybe there's ways that we'll eventually be able to do more and communicate different ways or whatever, right? But like, at what point do you stop? Do you say medicine needs to stop, and the people that can't make it to 100 maybe need to, so that the healthier, bloodlines of humans continue on and make a better version of humans? It's just an idea that's been on my mind and fucking with my head. Because I don't know how I believe about it. I'm like, I want you, Kevin, and your family, and Taylor, you're my brother, like our family. I want us to live forever if possible, so we can keep on our happiness for eternity. But like, at what point are you hindering what's got us to this point?
I don't think. See, I don't know, because I don't think we evolved from all that. I don't think we did.
Well, what do you mean then?
I don't believe we came from like a single-celled organism and
evolved to what we are.
Became monkeys and then became what we are now. I don't believe in that.
Well, what are your thoughts?
I believe that God created us in His image.
You don't?
No, I don't.
I don't believe.
I don't. I don't mean to make a joke about it, but no, I believe that straight up, just going to cut to the chase.
Yeah.
I believe we're descendants of aliens. That's how I feel.
I've heard that thought, and I don't disagree with it.
Because honestly, if we were monkeys, why is there still monkeys?
I hear you.
True.
I agree with that.
Not only that, why don't monkeys have internet?
They have thumbs.
Also, they do, but they don't use them like we do to build skyscrapers and bridges and infrastructure.
We're building skyscrapers with our thumbs.
Governments. I mean, we have the internet in our pocket.
Right.
New versions of it every day.
But I don't like the idea of living to be 150, 200 years old.
Why not?
Well, like my thing is with this is that I don't think we're stunting our growth necessarily. I think that we will evolve in a way because we evolve technologically all the time. We evolve with our knowledge as well. I mean, scientists and doctors are constantly learning new things, discovering new things like that.
Right.
So in that way, I think that we will evolve. We've talked about threshold in time. Musically, we've evolved. Movies have evolved. TV has evolved.
To reality.
But if all of a sudden every human, regardless of your bloodline or your hereditary ability to get cancer and disease and things like that you can everybody's on a level playing field now because medicine can fix it, how much further can the human species evolve? Like saying that means that we're done evolving. But do we need to be? Could we reach a higher
You mean like physically?
Everything.
Physically evolve?
No.
Like,
learn to fly like a bird?
I'm not saying that we're going to fly.
Evolution is forced by nature. Like, it has to be. Animals learned how to fly because they were either too small to run or they lived in trees. And
so you're saying you don't think evolution can be forced by medicine or technology?
Sure. No, it can.
I think it's being stunted. Like, think about cavemen, that the smart cavemen that decided, ooh, if I build fire and figure this out, I'm not going to die tonight. And the ones that couldn't figure out didn't make it, and the ones that did made it.
So the ones who made fire became us, and the ones who didn't stayed monkeys.
So I'm saying that,
and that's why they're still monkeys.
We are now the people who can figure shit out and be productive and help society grow and discover new things. But if the people who can't help with that are just helped by medicine to to live forever or much longer.
They're
Yeah.
taking up space.
Not that they're taking up space, but they're going to continue to procreate and
The stupids.
yeah.
Well, think about it too. Is that like we're also destroying the Earth,
We're killing
like
it.
Yeah,
because
sure.
of our.
I agree with that statement.
Evolution and evolution in technology as well.
We got to get to Mars.
We got to get to Mars, SpaceX. But seriously,
Go
they're
ahead.
they're growing sheep in artificial wombs. I mean, they're about to
Yeah.
do a head transplant. I mean, there's things that are happening that, in the future they could create humans.
Yeah.
They could totally create us, clone us. They already do. I mean, with this CRISPR thing, they can alter babies before they're born,
That's crazy.
change their DNA.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I mean, it's nuts.
If I can
But,
control it,
in terms of like immortality or
Yeah.
something close to it, if you're asking me would I want to live for 100+ years, sure. I mean, yes and no, I suppose. The way things are going right now, I don't know if any of us are going to live that long, but
there was a comedian that like right before the election had a skit where he was like, if Donald Trump, like if Hillary gets elected, it's history because it's the first woman president. How cool would that be?
right.
Awesome, right? If Donald Trump gets elected, first time in history, guess what? We're all going to die at the same time.
Yeah.
That's a first.
Yeah. Shit's going crazy with that.
It's
right
crazy
now.
to think about.
Yeah.
I'm so bugged by North Korea. That was almost my other point because like I've like looked at it so much that Google just puts it on my phone. Like here's North Korea.
Oh,
news,
yeah.
and it bugs me the fuck out that they're like getting so close to being like at this point they're able to just fucking bomb us if they wanted to. And I'm not so sure that we can stop it. I've read articles about like whatever fucking system that's supposed to stop nuclear weapons
Right.
from getting to America, and out of like 10 tests, 6 have failed. But the last 2 that they've done have worked, and they're like, so we're good.
so we're good.
Yeah, and the fact that North Korea has a bunch of submarines and can launch these things way closer to us, and we would have no idea where they are.
That's fucking crazy.
It's crazy.
I'm scared for that, and it bothers me. But Kevin, you keep shaking your head like, I don't want to live till I'm 150.
Don't.
Why?
Why would you?
No, I want to hear your reasoning why.
Because when you get to be 150 years old,
Mhm.
what are you going to be worth? What do you like? You're going to be sitting in a wheelchair.
No, you're not. That's what the whole point of this is that like,
Yeah,
okay, you're starting to break down and you're getting old, and they say, oh, well, guess what? We're going to give you this injection, and it's going to regenerate the tissues in your knees and your elbows, and your joints are fine.
So you're going to grow
And-
backwards.
Yeah, you're going to be like fucking Benjamin Button or whatever the fuck it is. Like you will not have to worry about physical issues because we can regenerate that. Your mental state maybe will still be okay. You'll just get wiser. You're not going to get old and break down, but you're just going to be around forever, regardless of how stupid you are or how smart you are.
Wow.
It's a crazy thought, and I'm wondering, as a species, do we need to stop and say, is this beneficial to us? Or is it going to hinder us as to evolve?
I
as a
think,
person?
first of all, if people are able to be around for 150 years, it's going to hurt the earth more.
Maybe.
Yeah, it would
Because
Overpopulation
is gonna be
overpopulation.
crazy.
That's
You're
why
right,
there's
you're right.
not, in my opinion, that's why there's not a cure for cancer.
Yeah.
Because it's population control.
Yeah,
100%.
could be.
Well, real quick before because we still got to do the late review. I forgot to do new music this week. U2 just came out with a new album,
Really?
Songs of Experience.
New music?
Yeah, yep.
Not like a greatest hits or something.
No,
You
it's
too.
all new. Yeah, U2.
Wow.
Black Bear came out with a new album. Kev, we talked about Black Bear a while ago.
What kind of
Remember
music
Black
is
Bear?
that?
The guy who wrote for Justin Bieber.
Oh, yeah.
That one song, whatever
Yep.
it's called. He's like pop, John. Cybersex is the album. Miguel came out with a new album, War and Leisure.
You keep posting about Miguel.
Love it.
You love this
I
guy.
love it.
I got to listen to
I
him.
love Miguel. The new album's really good. I really liked it. Roy Woods came out with a new album, Say Less. I don't know who he is.
No idea.
Got a cool cover.
That's cool.
Chief Keef came out with a new album, Dedication. I thought this already came out. Taylor Swift, Reputation. It's out now anyway. Who cares? Lil Baby, Too Hard is the album. Let's see. J.R. Ryder came out with a pretty decent album. I Really Rap is what it's called. Let's see. Oh, Glassjaw came out with a new album today. Yeah, first album in like 12 years, 15 years.
I love me some Glassjaw. I saw them a couple years ago open for Coheed and Cambria. They fucking killed it, dude. I forgot how good they are.
They're sick. This new album's called Material Control. I listened to the first couple songs. It's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good.
Bass Nectar came out with a new album, Reflective Part 2.
What is that, like EDM?
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Some like crazy shit.
Okay.
Pitbull, Greatest Hits. Just came out. Just dropped.
Mr. Worldwide.
We're not even going to do the intro because we're like way over time right now.
We're having
Late
a good
review.
time. Let's just
We
fucking
are.
talk.
But no, we do need to wrap it up. Yeah.
We got a time frame.
It's like a staple. It's an hour, but we're like already pushing an hour and 15.
All right. Late review.
Bruno Mars.
The album?
24 Karat Magic.
24 Karat Magic. I love that song. I love the song. What is it? I love the song. That's What I Like.
That's what I like.
That's dig
what
that.
I like.
But you like the radio hits.
For you.
But
Those are both the songs that are on the radio.
Right. And there's 9 tracks on the album, and I legitimately really liked 2 of them.
Yeah.
Chunky.
Did you
Perm.
listen to the whole thing?
Yes. Yes, I did. Chunky.
How many times?
Perm.
Once?
Twice.
One
and a half.
Okay.
Chunky and Perm and Straight Up and Down. No way. Didn't like.
You don't like them?
No. I listened to Chunky another time,
Yeah.
and it started to catch on for me, but not to the point that I would have to go back to this album and listen to it again. And to rate it, I'd give it. Let's go 5.75.
I like that rating. So here's what I think. I like the first half of the album where it's like that energy is
The first
is
10
different.
minutes.
And it's not like nobody's doing that. He reminds me, and I know I think it's a big influence of his, like James Brown. It reminds me of that old thing where it's like the synth and there's an 80s vibe to the beats and shit like that.
Absolutely.
And the band's cool. And he's just like yelling at the fucking mic, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
woo and whatever. And like it's got energy to it.
Mm-hmm.
But some of it I can't get into because it's like it's almost like it doesn't match. Like he's got this 80s vibe and energy and this pop, and then he's talking about, fucking money and Versace and whatever. And I'm like, it doesn't fucking mend for me for some reason.
Yeah.
But I found myself singing the song. It's like, okay, 24 Karat Magic. I know the song. That's what I like. I kind of like that song. I've heard it enough that it's like, okay, but I did like it. Put some perm on that attitude. I thought that was kind of
Perm
cool.
is my shit. Yeah.
I kind of like that song. It was
I
kind
like
of
Chunky
funky
and
and
Perm.
different.
I like those two songs. Yeah.
And then I even like that straight up and down, straight up, straight up. That was cool. I kind of like that song, but then I feel like it turned to a ballad where like there's a bunch of reverb on the snare and it's just got that fucking ballad sound to it. And I kind of lost interest in it. And I was like, I'm forcing myself to get through the album. But I had songs stuck in my head, so I listened to it a second time.
Yeah.
And I didn't really enjoy it as much. So I was kind of struggling, like, what am I going to rate this? Because 5, I feel like, makes it too average. 7 is like, that's kind of too close to 10. So like, I almost like Kevin's like 5 point something. Like it's like slightly over average because half of it's got energy that I can get into. But overall, I didn't really feel like I vibed with the album. So it's like a 5-ish for me.
I liked it. Yeah.
It was good. It was good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's 33 minutes long.
It was
it's a half
short.
hour.
I was surprised.
It's the length of a HBO original comedy series. Which is cool because you can just put it on and it's like a quick album to listen to. Every song's pretty short, no skits. It's like straightforward. But like it is kind of like 33 minutes of like a straight line for me. There's no like real climax to the album. There's no real like I mean, there's two standout hits that are both on the radio
Yeah.
that I've heard a million times a piece.
And they don't
So-
sound the same when you listen to them on the album. You're
No.
just like, fuck, I've heard this song 1,000
Yeah, it's
times.
just like this.
You don't paint the
I
same
feel like I've
mind
already
as-
been there before, like a million times, right? But like Chunky and Perm are both really good songs that I enjoyed.
I knew you would like Perm for some reason.
Yeah,
I heard it and thought
Perm
of it.
was really good. I gotta say though, if you like the whole, funky James Brown thing, listen to Anderson .Paak. Anderson .Paak, I'm just gonna say, is 24,000 times better than Bruno Mars.
I kept thinking to myself, like as I was listening to the album and he's talking about having money and women and all this stuff, that like it just made me want to go back and listen to The Weeknd. Like The Weeknd does a better job talking about it.
I like The
so
Weeknd.
that at least resonates with me.
Too.
Not
Right.
that I do all kinds of drugs and fuck bitches all day,
Right.
but like
He has a better way of talking about it.
something that at least I like better.
Yeah.
But I found
numerically-
myself listening to it being like, I want to go listen to The Weeknd now because that kind of does it more for me than Bruno Mars does.
Right. I give this album a 6.
I'm somewhere in between there. 5
The
and
guy
6, yeah.
the guy shouldn't even be nominated for Album of the Year.
I don't think so. This was not worthy.
And I don't understand how he won all this shit at the American Music Awards. Like I get it. He's a pop sensation and all of his hits do really, really well. So like, whatever. My opinion, go fuck myself. I can go fuck myself, whatever. But like I just don't dig it. It's
Good for
just-
him. I hope he's making
Oh
money,
yeah,
but he
listen.
doesn't.
Like I said, I am totally not a Bruno Mars hater. I like Bruno Mars. I thought he killed it at the Super Bowl a couple times. What, he's done it twice, or was it only once?
I don't know if it was, but I
But he
remember
did good-
he
he
came
did a
out
good
playing
job.
drums. Like
Yeah.
we play different instruments, me and you. So like when I see something like that, I'm like, yo, I respect that dude because
Right.
he can sing, he can play instruments, play drums, all the stuff. So like, yeah,
But yeah, I give it a 6. It's okay.
it's all right.
Kev, what do you got for this week in history?
Bang this out real quick. December 4th, 1993, rock musician and composer Frank Zappa died at 52.
I don't know any Zappa stuff. I feel bad. I hear people talking
Me
about it
neither.
all the time. I have no idea who he
Yeah,
is.
they probably don't know who he is either.
December 7th, December 7th, America's final moon mission, Apollo 17, blasted off from Cape Canaveral. December 8th, 1980, John Lennon, former member of the Beatles, was shot and killed in New York City by a deranged fan. December 8th, 1993, Bill Clinton signed NAFTA into law. December 9th, 1993, U.S. astronauts completed repair work on the Hubble Space Telescope.
Wow. Very cool.
I'm surprised we don't go back to the moon.
There's
They want
nothing
to.
there for us.
They want to.
But there's nothing there for
They're
us.
gonna
I think we
colonize
should
it.
colonize that more
They
than
are.
Mars, but that's
Yeah.
another
No, they're going to do both. But all right.
Let's-
Well, thank you guys for being here tonight.
Dude, thanks for having me back.
Yeah. We'll get you back on.
I hope Danny comes back. I fucking love listening to him, but I hope I can come back again.
No,
another
we'll
day.
definitely have you back on.
It was fun.
We'll have you back on when Danny's here.
All right.
Only 2 more episodes left of the season, folks.
Do you have any special plans for those episodes?
What is one?
No, we're at 16. There's 2 more.
Oh, I'm wrong.
There's 2 more. Nothing that I can speak of. on
Danny's
this
probably
episode.
going to come back next week.
He'll be back for the season finale.
Good.
I'm trying to have something special for next week
Okay.
that I don't want to talk about.
All right. Very mysterious.
Very mysterious.
Tune in and listen.
Yeah, you have to. Follow us on Twitter at MightBeNews247. That's MightBeNews247 for the homies. I'm Taylor Cooper. With me, as always, co-host Kev. Say peace out, Kev.
I love you guys.
Thanks so much, John, for being here. Say
Thanks
peace
for
out,
having
John.
me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thanks for listening.
Have a good week, guys. We'll see you next time.